Good morning, students. Welcome back in your SS class. Student, we have studied third chapter of geography, that is minerals and power sources. In the previous video lecture, I have told you that we will divide this chapter into two parts. That is, the first part we will study about minerals, and the second part we will study about the power sources. We have discussed this thing in the previous video, and we have started minerals. And in minerals, we have seen that anything in our environment which has specific chemical and physical property, that is called minerals. You can say that whatever is found in our earth surface which has you can say that chemical and physical properties, those are called minerals, right friends? We have discussed this thing, and we have also seen that the types of the minerals. Now we will discuss it further. Now today, our next topic, what we are going to study, that is extraction of the minerals. Means how we extract the minerals, how we can get the minerals. We have to see this thing. So my dear student, everything about minerals, we can extract them by mining, drilling and quarrying. These are three methods, and by three methods we can extract them. Right students? Now you can see this picture, that extraction of the minerals, it can be done just only by mining, drilling and quarrying. And if we think about mining, it can be also divided into two types, like open cast mining and shaft mining. So now dear student, let's study what is mining, drilling and quarrying. First of all, we will study this thing. Means what is the basic difference among all these three things, right students? So dear students, if we think about mining, it is the process of extracting minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface. This is the definition of the mining. This is the definition of mining. It is a process of the extracting minerals from the rocks buried under the earth's surface. Means we have to just only cut the upper surface of the upper part of the earth's surface, and then we can extract the minerals. We have two types of minings, like open case mining and the shaft mining. If we think about open case mining, minerals that lie at shallow depth. Shallow depth का मतलब होता है कि जो थोड़ा कम गहराई में होते हैं, very low depth. So the minerals which found at the shallow depth, which we can extract by removing the earth surface layer, and we can extract them. This is the open case mine. Means minerals that lie at the shallow depth, they can extract it just only by removing the upper layer of the earth surface. We can remove it, and this case of mining, it is called open case mining. But on the other hand, if we think about shaft mining, student, we have to make deep bores. We have to make deep bores to extract the minerals deposits, because they are found in the great depth. So for extracting the minerals which are found in the great depth, we required the shaft mining at that time. Right students? This is, you can say that, shaft mining. This is considered the shaft mining. So यहाँ पर मैंने आपको बताया कि mining, it is a process by which we can extract minerals from the rocks buried under the earth surface. And here we have divided mining into two parts. The first one is open case mining, and the second one is the shaft mining. अगर मैं open case mining की बात करता हूँ, जो minerals मुझे earth surface के कम गहराई में मिल जाते हैं, I just remove that particular earth surface layer and I can extract that mineral. But if the minerals are found in the great depth, so I have to make deep bores. बड़े बड़े गहरे गड्ढे करने पड़ते हैं, तब मैं उनको निकाल सकता हूँ. Right? This is the shaft mining. I hope these two things clear to all of you. Now the second type, that is drilling. Now let's think about drilling. Drilling is also a method to use in which we can extract minerals. So here in this method, we make deep bores well. हम कुएं बनाते हैं इसके अंदर. हम इसके अंदर क्या बनाएंगे? कुएं बनाते हैं, like petroleum and natural gas के लिए. Then we can extract that minerals. वहां पर हमने बड़ा सा गड्ढा कर दिया माइनिंग के अंदर, बट यहाँ पर हमने क्या किया? डीप वेल्स क्रिएट कर दिए. डीप वेल्स क्रिएट कर दिए, और उन वेल्स के अंदर से हमने पेट्रोलियम और नेचुरल गैस को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? दिस इज ड्रिलिंग. Now last third point, that is quarrying. It is that minerals that lie near the earth surface that's just dug out. It is like the open case mine. इसके अंदर हम क्या करते हैं, क्वेरिंग के अंदर क्या करते हैं, जो हमारी अर्थ सरफेस के पास में ही मींस कम गहराई पर ही जो मिनरल्स मिलते हैं, वी कैन एक्सट्रैक्ट देम बाय क्वेरिंग. सो दीज आर द थ्री मेथड्स बाय व्हिच वी कैन एक्सट्रैक्ट मिनरल्स. होप सो दिस थिंग इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ कम टू द अनदर पॉइंट. So let's think about it. Types of minerals. We have discussed this thing that we have metallic and non-metallic minerals. If we think about rock formation, so in the 7th standard you have studied about rock formation. I'll tell you one thing about the rock formation, that first of all the rock which will form, it was the igneous rock. After that it became a sedimentary rock. After that it became a metamorphic rock. थोड़ा सा rock cycle के बारे में भी बता देता हूँ मैं आपको. Under the earth surface we have very heat, and you can say that and over the pressure of the earth surface, whatever is found in the under the earth surface, and everything is in the molten form. हर एक चीज जो होता है वो molten form में होता है. हर एक चीज जो होता है आप कह सकते हो पिघली हुई अवस्था में होता है, and that thing is it is considered lava. And this lava, it is try to come outside of the earth surface. ये लगातार ऊपर आने की कोशिश करता रहता है. रीजन क्या है? बिकॉज जो अर्थ सरफेस का ऊपर से प्रेशर होता है और अंदर की जो हीट होती है उसकी वजह से. एंड व्हेनेवर इट फाउंड एनी, यू कैन से दैट एनी लूज पार्ट ऑफ द अर्थ सरफेस, इट केम आउट, इट कम्स आउट, यू कैन से दैट वो एकदम बाहर निकल आता है. एंड व्हेनेवर दिस पार्ट इट बिकेम कूल and you can say it became solid, then the first rock it is formed and it is called igneous rock. वो रोक जो बनती है वो आपकी igneous rock बनती है. Right students? And if we think about igneous rock, it has black color, you can say that. It has black color, you can say that. Right students? Now the second thing, हमारे different जो agents होते हैं like water agent and you can say that human agent etc. तो इनकी वजह से क्या होता है, ये सेडिमेंट क्या होते हैं, नीचे डिपोजिट होते हैं लोअर वैलीज के अंदर. नाउ दीज पार्टिकल्स आर डिपोजिटेड इन द लोअर वैली, दैट्स व्हाई दीज आर कॉल्ड सेडिमेंटरी रॉक्स. दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज कॉल्ड सेडिमेंटरी रॉक्स. देन दिस सेडिमेंटरी रॉक्स अगेन फॉर्म्ड एंड फॉर्म्ड. लगातार ऐसा होता है कि जो पहली लेयर हमारी सेडिमेंटरी रॉक की बनी थी वो काफी गहराई में चली जाती है. जो वो पहली रॉक थी वो क्या बन जाती है, ऊपरी प्रेशर और अंदर की हीट की वजह से इट बिकेम मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक. वो हमारी मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक बन जाती है. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? तो वी हैव टू स्टडी दिस थिंग, वी हैव टू स्टडी दिस थिंग. सो वी हैव स्टडीड दैट देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ मिनरल्स, दैट इज मेटालिक एंड नॉन मेटालिक, and rock formation is there, that is igneous and metamorphic rocks and sedimentary rocks. So metallic minerals, they are found in the igneous rock and in the metamorphic rock, but non-metallic minerals, they are found in the sedimentary rocks. Right? Like if we think about example of iron ore in the North Sweden, copper and nickel deposits in the Ontario and Canada, and iron, nickel and chromite and platinum, it is in South Africa. These are the example of the metallic minerals. And non-metallic की बात करता हूं तो limestone deposits, whatever they are found in the France region, manganese in the, you can say, Georgia and Ukraine, and phosphate in the Algeria. These are the minerals which are found in the sedimentary rocks. Right students? Mineral fuels like coal and petroleum, these are also found in the sedimentary rocks also. So here you come to know about this, which type of minerals are found in which type of rocks. Here we have this question that if I will ask the question, metallic minerals, they are found in which rock, so you have to tell about it that it is in igneous rock. And if I will ask you question that petroleum is found in which rock, then you have to tell the answer, it is in sedimentary rock. I hope the concept is clear to all of you. Now let's discuss about the distribution of the minerals. And first of all, we have to cover it all the, you can say that all the continent. So first of all, we will cover it Asia. Now if we think about Asia, large iron ore deposits, they are found in China and India. Hence, if we think about India, India has a variety of the iron ore matter, and we have, you can say that, not self-sufficient, but we have all the type all the quality of the iron ore. Right? Now if we think about the world largest producer, tin producer, it is China, Malaysia and Indonesia. Means in Asia, tin is also found in a huge amount, right? And production of lead and antimony, lead and antimony and tungsten. इसके अंदर चाइना जो है it leads all over the world. मीन्स जो लेड है, टंगस्टन है, it is found in China and it is the largest producer of it. Even deposit of the manganese, bauxite, nickel, zinc, and copper. These are found in Asia and in a very huge amount. So deposits are there in Asia. So we can see that in Asia, in Asian continent, that different you can say different minerals, they are found in a different part of the world. Because I have already told you that minerals, they are unevenly distributed in all over the world. They are unevenly distributed. So that's why in Asia, we have a lot of minerals found in Asia. Right, students? Now come to the second continent, that is Europe. And if we think about Europe, it is a leading producer of iron ore in the world. Hence, Europe के अंदर iron ore सबसे ज़्यादा मिलता है. And even countries with large deposit of iron ore like Russia, Ukraine, Sweden, and France. Right, students? These are the countries where this iron ore, it is found in all over European areas. Now, mineral deposit of copper, lead, zinc, manganese, and nickel. These are found in the eastern part of Europe and you can see European Russia. Means these minerals, they are found in the eastern part of Europe and you can say in the countries like European Russia. Now here I want to tell you one thing, that Russia, it is in Asia and Europe also. अगर मैं रशिया की बात करता हूं, वो आपका एशिया के अंदर भी है और उसका कुछ पार्ट आपका यूरोप के अंदर भी है. बट डियर स्टूडेंट, अगर आपसे कभी पूछा जाए कि रशिया कौन से कॉन्टिनेंट में है, देन यू हैव टू गिव द आंसर ऑफ रशिया दैट इट वुड बी इन यूरोप. अब क्वेश्चन यहां पर आया कि मैक्सिमम पार्ट, नियर अबाउट 70 to 80% पार्ट तो आप कह सकते हो एशिया में है, और 20% या 25% जो होता है वो यूरोप के अंदर है. बट उसके बावजूद भी हम ये कहते हैं कि रशिया इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ द यूरोपियन कॉन्टिनेंट. वाई? तो हमारा क्वेश्चन आता है कि क्यों. इसका रीजन ये है कि बेटा जो रशिया की कैपिटल है, द कैपिटल सिटी ऑफ रशिया, ये आपके यूरोपियन कॉन्टिनेंट में स्टैब्लिश है एंड पूरा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो होता है वो कैपिटल के बेस पे चलता है. ठीक है, बिकॉज इट्स कैपिटल इट इज इन यूरोप. दैट्स वाई अगर हमारे पास कभी क्वेश्चन आता है कि रशिया कौन से कॉन्टिनेंट में काउंट किया जाएगा, वो यूरोप में काउंट किया जाएगा. Right, students? So that's why I told you that in the European part of Russia, copper, lead, zinc, and manganese and nickel, these are found in that particular area. Now, dear student, I'll give you one question here. He named the capital of Russia. Now you have to find it, and tomorrow you will give the answer. Right? Now let's discuss another continent, that is North America. Okay? If we think about North America, mineral deposits in North America, they are located in 3 zones. The first one in the Canadian part, means जहां पर Canada है, and it is, you can say, north of the Great Lakes, and Appalachian region and the mountain range of the west. These are the 3 part जो कि आप कह सकते हो कि पूरे नॉर्थ अमेरिका को डिवाइड किया गया है, और इन 3 पार्ट के अंदर नॉर्थ अमेरिका के अंदर the mineral deposits they are found. Iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium, and copper. These mines are found in the Canadian Silt region, means in the Canadian part of the things. If we think about coal, Appalachian regions, these are found there. Right, friends? And vast deposit of copper, lead, zinc, gold, and silver, these are found in the western Cordilleras, means western part of the North America. Right, friends? So you can see that in the North America, these part are also found. Right? Now think about the South America. If we think about South America, the largest producer of high-grade iron ore in the world, it is Brazil. Yes, student, it is Brazil that which has the highest grade of iron ore in the world, and it is found. You can say the deposit of this, it is in, you can say that in Brazil, and this Brazil, it is located in the, you can say, continent of the South America. And Chile and Peru, these are the leading producer of, you can say that, copper. These are the leading producer of copper. World largest producer of tin, it is Brazil and Bolivia. And the next one is the large deposit of the gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, and diamond, you can say. These are all found in the South America. So you can see that South America, it has a large minerals deposits. Right, friends? And dear student, here I want to tell you one thing, that these minerals, if we think about these minerals, these are very helpful. These are very helpful for the development of a country. But we have to take care of all these things. If we think about the South America part, the mineral oils, these are found in the Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru, and Colombia. So you can see that in the South America, large deposits of the minerals, they are found. Right? I think so concept is clear. Now come to the Africa. If we think about Africa, rich mineral resources, they are found in Africa. Diamond, gold, and platinum. The world largest producer of these, you can say minerals, it is Africa only. Hence, Africa, it is the largest producer of diamonds, gold, and platinum. These are found in a large amount in Africa. It also produces a large portion of the world's gold from South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. It is found. On the other hand, there are other minerals which are found in Africa like copper, iron ore, chromium, uranium, cobalt, and bauxite. But diamond, gold, and platinum, Africa, it is the world largest producer of it. Right, students? Oil field, these are also found in the Nigeria, Libya, and Angola. Okay, students? So you can see that in Africa, different type of minerals, they are found in different part of the African continent. You can see that. Right? Now come to Australia. If we think about Australia, it is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. After then, it is a leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin, nickel, right? And we can say that copper, lead, zinc, and manganese are also found in this in Australia also. Right, students? So, if we think about Australia, it is the largest producer of the bauxite in the world. But there are many other, you can say, minerals. These are also found in Australia, right? The largest deposit of gold, which are found in Australia, that is Kalgoorlie and Coleridge areas. It is located in the western part of Australia. So you can see that a lot of minerals, they are found in Australia also. Now come to the Antarctica. Antarctica, 90% part of it, it is just only ice cap, totally ice se ghira hua hai. But we can't say that this part is not having any deposits of the minerals. There are a lot of, and you can say variety of the minerals deposits are found in some particular part area. And some, you can say that there are some deposits, those who are found in a large quantity also. There is a significant, you can say, important size of deposit of coal. This coal are found in the Transantarctic mountains area of the Antarctica. Deposit of iron forecasted. It means that ऐसा माना जाता है कि फ्यूचर के अंदर हमें आयरन के लिए इसके ऊपर ही डिपेंड रहना पड़ेगा. Iron ore, gold, silver, oil. These are present for the commercial quantities in Antarctica. But my dear student, this area, climatic factor, these are not allowed us to enter in these areas, and you can say to use these minerals. But in future, I think so we can change and we can do something so that we can use that particular area, right? So dear student, what we have seen till now, we have discussed different continents, and we have seen that in different continents we have different kinds of minerals found in particular those areas, right? So that's why when I have started this thing, means this chapter, I told you that minerals, they are found in all over the world in an uneven manner, right? Now our next topic would be, it is uses of minerals. Okay, it would be an important part, you can see that, because if minerals are not useful, then why should we waste our time on minerals? So dear student, here I want to tell you one thing, that minerals, they support industrialization. Whenever we established an industry, then we have to see all these things, a lot of factors in this thing, and minerals is one of them, from them. So first of all, let's see the different uses of the minerals. Some minerals, my dear students, some minerals which are usually hard, and you can say they can be used for making gems, and you can say for making jewelries, right? There are some minerals which are hard, so we can use them for making jewelries, right? And if we think about copper, it is used in almost everything, from coins to pipes. कॉपर को हम कॉइन से लेकर पाइप्स तक बनाने के लिए यूज कर लेते हैं. And if we think about silicone, it is also almost in everything, from coins to pipe also. Silicone is having the same thing. And silicone, it is also used in the computer industry also. कंप्यूटर इंडस्ट्री के अंदर इसको यूज किया जाता है, क्योंकि सिलिकॉन की चिप बनाई जाती है. सिलिकॉन की क्या बनती है? चिप बनती है. तो वी हैव टू यूज इट, राइट? एंड इफ यू थिंक अबाउट एल्यूमिनियम, it can be used in the automobiles, aeroplanes, and you can say bottling industry, building and kitchen cookware also, means kitchen articles. So aluminum can be used in these things, right students? And if we think about mica, it is used to make electrical appliance, and you can say glass making industry, it can be used. And iron and steel industry, this is used in all industry. You can say iron and steel, it is the basic of all other industry. Reason is that कि जो tools and machines बनाने पड़ती है, तो we require iron and steel. So that's why iron and steel, it is used in all industries. So you can see that minerals, these are so much important for us. Our development, it is only based on the minerals. ये किसके ऊपर बेस्ड है? मिनरल्स के ऊपर बेस्ड है. So we have to conserve these minerals. We have to conserve these minerals, because we always find that these articles, they are found in nature in a very free zone. So we are using in you can say in a very great manner, in a very indiscriminate manner. That's why there are some deposit of the minerals, they are empty, they have finished. So we have to conserve all the resources, all the minerals. Reason is that because our development and you can say our survival, it depend upon the minerals. So for the future generation, you can say for the survival of the future generation, we have to take care of them. So conservation of the minerals, we will study in the next video lecture. I hope this concept is clear to all of you. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.